Rightio. So it is the talk of the town. It is Turkesterone. It is hit Australian shores probably 6 months ago now.
Yeah, I'd say about that.
What do you think? Maybe longer, 7 months.
You were
Came
even
around October.
a bit of a pioneer in the game.
Anyway, I was following the American scene quite closely, and there was this word getting thrown around, Turkesterone. I was wondering that, it kept getting called Turk. I followed like the American scene quite closely with Young LAs and Gorilla Minds, and they'd all been chatting about this Turkesterone. And I follow a few natty lifters quite closely, and one of them's name is Lex Little. He's a powerlifter / bodybuilder similar to me, likes to be strong, but also aesthetic, and he had phenomenal results off of this thing called Turkesterone. And I'm wondering, what is it? I did a bit of research, and it is a class of compounds in something called steroids, and essentially what they are is they're like a plant-based steroid that is completely natural. You get the anabolic effect without any androgenic drawback. Don't quote me specifically on it, but like it is meant to have some of those slight anabolic effects without any of the drawbacks like hair loss and things like that. I think there are responders and there are non-responders, and some people get quite a decent amount out of it. Other people claim to have nothing from it. Anyway, it's a very new class of supplements essentially that are completely natural. So I thought it's something worth kind of experimenting with, and something, if our sponsors are going to get their hands on it, we may as well experiment with it ourselves to show our followers. We were never said like, oh, you have to do it. It is the absolute magic pill. I just thought it's quite interesting, and there's a bit of promise here, and I think something like that, deserves a bit of attention.
It's almost like a 1%er, like we are trying to leave no stone unturned and always want to maximize our performance naturally. And this was just a way in which we could try to do that in a route that we hadn't traveled before.
Exactly right. So I followed the dosage that this guy Lex Little was taking. So he was taking 3,000 milligrams a day, which is one tablet is 500 milligrams. So it is it's like that's the max kind of. I don't know if there's a limit, but like that's a good amount. It's quite expensive. If you're getting it for free, obviously, you can run that. And so that's what I ran as well. I think you ran the same thing.
I did the same.
And so I remember my natty testosterone was already beyond the scale of out of bounds for a male my age, healthy type thing. So I'm like, what else could I get out of that? While I was running like the max cycle of Turkesterone, I don't know if it was truly attributable to the Turkesterone, but my cardio was through the roof. It was my FTP was around 300, which was the highest it's ever been. I was going in a calorie deficit, so I was around 80 kilos. My strength was better than ever. My physique was better than ever, and my mood was absolutely fantastic. And I just felt like an absolute beast. What was your kind of experience?
Yeah, so I do more like athletic kind of based training and stuff. I'd really noticed it with the running. But main for me was my recovery. After games, after gym, that kind of thing. I found my recovery was a lot quicker. Also, like same thing, probably can't totally attribute it just to Turk. My diet was dialed in, sleeping was very good. I had a good routine. But I reckon I noticed the difference when I'm on it versus when I'm off it.
It's I don't know, because it's so new, it's hard to say, yes, we achieved X because we took Turkesterone. And a lot of people claim, oh, it's just a placebo tablet. The placebo effect is a genuinely strong effect. So
yeah, fantastic.
Who knows, the exact science? There are no human trials on it just yet. We only have rodent studies.
Okay, we're not rodents.
So it's very early days, but I think it's worth exploring. If you have the money, it could be one of those little 1%ers you just take and notice a bit of a performance enhancement. Definitely let us know your experiences on it, if you got something out of it, if you haven't. Most of the people I've been chatting to are like, dude, my training's been going really well, really dialed in, just everything is, stonks are going up.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of really good things about it. I've seen the odd person say, no, just did nothing for me.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of haters about it as well. It is quite controversial.
Very controversial, yeah.
You either love it or you hate it, but I am Team Turk, to be honest. Whether or not that's because we're sponsored, I think, if something boosts my performance and it's natural and it doesn't have any downsides, I think that's a win-win.
Yep, I totally agree, mate.
100%.
Yeah.
Thanks very much, guys, for watching, and hopefully you learned something about Turk. Do some extra research before buying, but yeah.
Yep, thanks, guys. Cheers.